Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic WWE 318, back again for another video for you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE Money in the Bank 2023 prediction video. Yep, Money in the Bank is taking place in none other than the good old land of London, England, here for this pay-per-view event itself, for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event itself. Blah. Anywho's, despite all that weirdness to intro this video out with a bang, we are here currently recording this video. At the time of recording this video, obviously enough, we are here in 1 day, 15 hours, 55 minutes, and actually 54 minutes and 55 seconds away from the pay-per-view event itself, because obviously we just switched over just recently, just with me saying that. Blah. Another blah moment in this intro. Huzzah! But anywho's, after all that blahness and kind of craziness to open up us off on this particular video, I would like to get this thing started with none other than the bank. So we said, let's get this thing started with none other than, if I want to screw up, freaking.com. And as I'm doing this, I like to freaking say right here, right now, I truly apologize if you hear any sort of kittens in the background, even though you'll most likely not hear that. But if you do hear slight meows here and there, I do apologize for that. So just bear with the adorableness of hearing kittens meow. So blah. Anywho's, now with those disclaimers out of the way, now we are going to get things started with none other than Gunther taking on Matt Riddle for if I can talk straight, the Intercontinental Championship. My prediction for this match is going to be simply for Gunther to win this match, for one or two reasons, even though one is more kind of just more of an obvious thing, because obviously, you guys look at this match, you know clear as day, Gunther is on a hell of a roll, and that is definitely not going to stop here against Riddle, so that's the obvious thing. And two, may or may not potentially be the like of the return of none other than Randall Keith Orton. That's kind of a weird way of saying his name, but still. Randy Orton may or may not potentially be in the weeds in the rumor mill to potentially come back and actually have his moment to shine in this match, and that in doing so may potentially be in the form of taking Matt Riddle out, actually screwing over Riddle in this match to potentially start a Riddle versus Orton feud to obviously once and for all kind of take out the RK Bro fashion once and for all. So, obviously enough, that very well may happen well enough here, obviously, within this match. So, with this said, if it wasn't the more obvious reason of obviously seeing Gunther's monstrous push, obviously, as being champion, obviously enough, there may or may not be a potential snake in the weeds waiting to strike here well enough for a Viper to get his fangs out and strike none other than the awesome bro himself once and for all down here in London, England, once and for all. Huzzah. So, moving on from this match, we obviously move on from Gunther being my prediction to win this match. We have none other than Cody Rhodes taking on Dominic Mysterio. My prediction for this match, simply and actually funnily enough, going off of the previous match on this card so far, is going to be another somewhat screwy fashion kind of ending to this match. Because obviously enough, we will obviously see, my prediction obviously right here is for Dominic Mysterio to obviously win over Cody Rhodes here for one or two reasons. Once again, obviously one obviously could be because obviously saying, oh, he's got Rhea Ripley on his side. He's got Mommy to help him pretty much, help him and pretty much distract Cody here and there and potentially get a win here. Obviously enough against Cody. That's obviously enough. But the other thing may potentially happen here is to potentially have Brock Lesnar appear out of thin air, out of nowhere, to potentially screw Cody over once and for all, to once again get us back on the horses, to finally enough, and sadly enough, I might add into my stress here, build up to the dreaded third matchup between Rhodes and Lesnar heading into SummerSlam 2023. Because obviously enough, heading to the show, obviously, way ahead going to the show, everyone's thought process was saying, oh, Cody's going to be Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's going to this could obviously be the main reason of continuing to tell this supposed road story that he has going on, and potentially have a clean-cut way of actually getting his system Money in the Bank to clearly cash in, and have a clear way of actually Cody actually potentially in the Bloodline's reign of title wins, obviously well enough then and there with, in a clean slate fashion, with the intention of using the Money in the Bank briefcase to do so. But obviously enough, WWE does not like common freaking logic and common goddamn sense, So we are here. This is here. This is the card we have dealt here well enough. So obviously enough, continue the dreaded feud between Lesnar and Cody once and for all. Once enough to go towards SummerSlam instead. Blah. So, well enough with that said, that is most likely going to be my prediction. Well, in fact, once again, Romarovich potentially with the help of Lesnar or the distraction of Mommy to help him win. Dominic Mysterio is my prediction to win this match once and for all. As said, Dominic for the win. So moving on next, we have the Women's Unified Tag Team Championship matchup between the likes of champions Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler taking on the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. My prediction for this match is going to be simply enough for Liv and Raquel to win this match because ideally you would potentially see Ronda and Shayna. I mean, in theory, if WWE literally had stronger building and stronger freaking bookers and writers to legit properly held these things together and legit do it the right way of justice, Ronda and Shayna would definitely be good and well enough champions to stand on their own 2 feet. But obviously enough, this is WWE, mind you, and this is Vince's WWE, mind you, once again. Sadly enough, they're kind of, once again, Vince is obviously in the driver's seat once and for all. Once again, guys, sadly enough, we gotta obviously wake up and take those past rose tinted glasses off and no longer realize we're no longer under Papa H's hair anymore. We're more likely than not back on the freaking Vince's horse reign. So obviously enough, knowing that shit, we are more or less, seeing, their shows little to no reason to actually give a shit about them and these titles, let alone the fact. But obviously enough, so with this said, so while they could actually, if in theory, if they could have in the perfect world scenario, Shayna and Ronda could in fact be proper and good champions, but obviously enough, that is not the reality we have in this so-called world we have of, WWE, obviously enough. So, well enough fact that you might as well could pretty much say that they are borderline pretty much transitional champions to pretty much hold on the championships to pretty much while Liv was pretty much taking her time off to recover from her recent injury, for her to return well enough to legit take the helms once again to get the championships back on herself and Raquel Rodriguez's way, so once and for all, once again. But obviously, well enough again, WWE, as I said before, doesn't like freaking common goddamn logic, so once again, that could very well say freaking well enough reason why they'll give the reason why Ronda and Shayna will retain the championship well enough here well enough. So, my prediction of rather close out this card over here for this match is none other than Liv and Raquel to win this match, but I would not be too surprised if Shayna and Ronda in fact retain their championships here well enough for this match. We said Liv and Raquel to win this match. So we said, moving on, we have none other than the World Heavyweight Championship match between none other than Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. My prediction for this swell and excellent looking match, obviously not ahead to get to the show, is most likely than not, Seth Rollins is going to most likely win this match well enough to obviously keep his push going strong for the World Heavyweight Championship since, he just fucking won the goddamn thing. So obviously enough, why would he lose it? So, yeah. But well enough in fact, we should know darn well this is going to be a pretty good, S-tier type quality match well enough, obviously for you guys. So we are going. While Finn may obviously be going down to defeat, he's going to fight and die trying to legit take the win here well enough to take Rollins out for the championship. But well enough, guys, Rollins' push is going to be well too strong, and he's going to keep his reign going on that much longer for this match. So we said Rollins for the win. So we said, well, obviously, well, guys. But this is all gonna matter of where the pieces are gonna lie on this card when we actually watch the show itself on, and actually in front of us, guys. Where will this match lie, and where will the Money Bank matches themselves lie? So, obviously enough, if this happens late enough in the show, after the fact, could we potentially see the hit of a freaking cash in here? Ooh, we gotta have that dreaded freaking looming over Victor of obviously enough. Could it happen here? Could it happen here? Could it happen sometime else? Will it even be for the goddamn World Heavyweight Championship? Because freaking once again, in WWE's freaking eyes, you can even go for the goddamn United States Championship or even the Intercontinental Championship for all you goddamn sake. Because obviously, people are freaking brain dead and stupid in this company nowadays. Huzzah! Because why would I? Yes, because I'm going to be climbing the goddamn ladder, freaking willing to, in theory, go for one of, if not the big title in the company. But no, I'm going to go for one of the I'm going to go from a bottom of the barrel, secondary, or pretty much bottom of the barrel championship that we have in the company. Dumb ass booking. But that's once again the way we have the cards being dealt in the WWE that we have. So, blah. Point being, well enough, guys, once again, guys, the point I'm obviously going back to what I try to say, obviously enough, it wasn't obviously enough, Seth Rollins for the win in this match. We said Seth Rollins for the win. A lot of way of me going off of that tangent, but still, obviously enough. So, moving on from that long-ass tangent, we have none other than speaking of the devil, we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. As another, we have the likes of Io Sky taking on the likes of Trish Stratus, Zoe Starks, Bayley, Zelina Vega, and none other than the man, Becky Lynch, here for the ladder match. Well enough here, obviously, for the women's ladder match. So, obviously enough, if you know me for sure, I usually have 3 picks for my predictions for the Money in the Bank ladder match. So, in this says, my 3 predictions are going to be the following. My main golden ticket, main pick prediction for this match is going to be for Io Sky to win this match. Obviously enough, because obviously she has been well enough, even though, you look at Backlash 2023, guys. Must I say more? Seriously, must I say more? If we literally, just taking that performance that she had back then and take that on a silver platter and pretty much give it to us what we have here well enough, guys, that deserves a mega hell of a rocket of a push for Io Sky to legit have that time to shine, and she well enough deserves more well enough the fact that I cannot stress the fact more well enough that she could, more well enough way to legit have that potential push for her than none other than having her win this matchup and legit be the one to legit hold the women's briefcase. So this said, Io Sky is my number 1 prediction for that said reason. Number 2, we have none other than Trish Stratus, because obviously enough, Vince is a goddamn retard, and he'll say, oh, Trish is a Hall of Famer. She's never won the champion. She's never won this match. Let's give the freaking old timer the goddamn win, because obviously I'm a brain dead idiot. Seriously, yeah. So there's that sense. Obviously, so more of a serious note, seriously, guys. Just for more common in their case, WWE's quote unquote common sense freaking logic on their side of the things. There could be the reason why Trish Stratus can win this match well enough right there. And thirdly, well enough is going to be Becky Lynch is going to be my 3rd prediction to obviously give her, and by such a Trish, the cold and bone for this match. For obviously her to obviously well enough, she apparently has never won this woman. She's never won a Money in the Bank ladder match before. And that very well could potentially spell the signs of legit having her to win this match. And potentially from what the potentially rumor could potentially go, if she actually wins this match, she well enough could very well in theory maybe go on maybe the likes against Rhea Ripley per se. So obviously that's been a lot of speculation, a lot of talk has been happening for that shit to happen. So well enough that can in theory could potentially happen if she in fact wins this match. Obviously well enough. So there's that. So once and for all, guys, moving backwards, we have Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Io Sky for my predictions for this match. As I said, moving on from this, we have we go from the women's, we go to the men's ladder match, which we have none other than the contenders being none other than Demi Priest, Butch, freaking Santos Escobar, LA Knight, yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, and Ricochet. My predictions for this match, well, if it kind of was a spoiler enough with the way I just reacted there, and a hell of a lot, pretty much 99% of the gosh darn IWC for that matter, my main golden pick person is going to be none other than LA Knight, yeah, to win this match and become WWE, Money in the Bank 2023 winner, obviously well enough, because just like Io Sky, it's more or less, yes, he's been doing well in the ring, but well enough, and that in itself is kind of a thing, but obviously the picture I would say well enough is obviously enough is what happens outside the ring. Do you guys not see what the fan feedback has given him, guys? Honestly, this guy is on a mega fire run as being the character he is. Seriously, LA Knight is just a treasure to behold currently for what he's doing for himself, both outside the ring and in it, and he's just truly deserving of a mega push. So well enough, LA Knight should deserve that mega push. It will not, like just like Io Sky for that matter. You cannot specify more and well enough reason to do that. Obviously, giving him the Money in the Bank briefcase, well enough. There is that for him to get the mega monster push of a lifetime. So LA Knight is my #1 made prediction for this match. But obviously enough, my two more or less dog bone kind of pit predictions, you might as well say, in this match is going to be none other than Damian Priest, because more or less, guys, a lot of people say, oh, it's kind of been rumored that him and freaking Balor has been going bit by bit, guys, and how, one might say, oh, Finn, you may be down the look, but look at me. I'm doing good. I'm more successful. Look at me. Look at me rising above the ranks where you freaking failed, Balor. Blah 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 blah. And that can result in Damian Priest getting the edge treatment and giving him the boot. Well enough the fact of obviously having freaking this JD McDonough guy actually be taking the helm and being replacement for Damian Priest's, place with the Judgment Day, and for Damian Priest to actually go face. Knowing the fact of this and actually, having well enough a big monster push on himself, because obviously enough, we are falling behind Damian Priest, and WWE himself has been falling behind Damian Priest, because obviously enough, once again, just like Io Sky, look at Backlash, look at his match against going against freaking Bad Bunny. I mean, hell, by extension, just what he's been doing overall within the ring, both before and afterwards. This guy is also a treasure in the ring, and well enough to extension on the outside of the ring too, with his character and whatnot. He's just been on a mega run of a lifetime in of itself, and he just truly deserves a rub in the sunlight. Obviously, guys. So Damian Priest, just like LA Knight, well enough deserves a big push, and obviously enough, this could be a well enough reason to get that shining boost of adrenaline for a push. Well enough, so that's why those two are gonna give them. But here is the definite more. I mean, going off the kind of backtracking my what I said before, more of a dog bone type thing. Here's more of that reasoning than none other, giving this final pick to none other than Logan Paul, because he's got star value. Just about it. WWE says, oh, he's got star power. He's Logan Paul, pal. He gives us the big bucks. He gets the big viral views, pal. He's Logan Paul. We're going to give him the win, because why the hell not? Logan Paul, you win that ladder match, and you become Mr. Money in the Bank. God damn it, that's some good-ass shit. Because I'm Vince McMahon, and I need to fucking retire. Seriously. But seriously, though, that is pretty much well enough reason why Logan Paul is my freaking pretty much kind of more of a golden, here's your bone, go fetch type prediction for the set. But more likely enough, guys, my definite golden took it. My definite pick it. If I had a literal gun to my head type prediction, is definitely LA Knight to win this match. But well enough, freaking Damian Priest being that close second prediction for said reasons, as I already said beforehand. Well, once again, Logan Paul, just because he's got star value, and WWE sure gets their nipples hard off that fact well enough. So, ta-da. So, with said, those are my predictions for that match, as we head on to the main event, which is none other than the Bloodline Civil War tag team matchup between none other than Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos. My prediction for this match is going to be well enough, while either side is good. Either way, this is going to be fun for all of us to watch and enjoy it. Obviously, no, because obviously the Bloodline story is pretty much the go-to story and the story of WWE. Obviously, right now, currently, if not just for the past couple of the goddamn years, obviously enough. So, we're going to enjoy this well enough, no matter if it's Roman's side wins or the Usos win this match. It doesn't really matter. Where are we in on this Bloodline crack in the Rumble, as we clearly see this picture right here on screen now, this crack in the Bloodline to see what actually happens. We are going to pretty much watch this collapse all happen right in front of us. We're all just going to sit there and enjoy it in the process, guys. So, knowing that fact, my prediction is going to be simply enough for the Usos to win this match, just to throw out the prediction. Well, not right there, but there is some logic and reasoning behind that for what I can muster up. Because this very well may be potentially be the time where Solo himself may or may not start to, or not flat out waking up and realize Roman's shit. And finally realize this guy is pretty much using me, or I'm just being held back by this guy, I'm being pushed around by this guy, and yada yada yada. Whatever excuse card you want to put up for this example, and Solo finally can just be about done with this shit. Either just leave Roman finally on his own on his island relevancy all alone with the freaking wise man Paul Heyman all alone. For Roman Reigns to either take the toll or take the toll of himself on his own for well enough fact for that reason, or potentially go off on ways that obviously build his own secondary bloodline well enough, because a lot of people have talked about who could be in this supposed secondary bloodline to come the weeds for Roman to build up a secondary bloodline. So there's that. But obviously enough, that depends on if Solo himself wants to join his brothers, or potentially go on his own and just say, I'm done with this bloodline stuff. This is just is for me. I've had enough of this. I'm done with this, and peace out on this stuff. But obviously, guys, that is just to be seen, because like I said, once and for all, starting off this prediction, alone for this match. Obviously enough, this is a entertaining and fun match that's going to be seen no matter whose side is going to pull out the win this match. And we're just going to sit down and watch this match and truly see what the outcome is to come within this Bloodline Civil War overall, guys. To say enough, well, at least. So, with this done and said, ladies and gentlemen, once and for again, the Usos is my prediction, as we are going to close off this video enough with a bang. So, well enough, guys. I thank y'all for watching this video. Once again, guys, I know it might have been hip-hoppy and kind of sloppy here and there, putting some of my words together. But that is what happens when you comment on my videos and my prediction of, well enough said facts. So, overall, you guys enjoyed this video for what it was worth. And I shall see you guys next time from a Money in the Bank 2023 review. So, with the 7 gentlemen, I'm Sunday 318, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys!